Hi, it's Nicole McGurk with this week's From Start to Finish video brought to you by 2peasinabucket.com. This week's layout features photos that span a space of time all compiled onto one-page layout. What I did was I combined a lot of different photos for my page that were all from 2010, but they spanned the space of all 12 months. I just picked 7 of my favorites. And for the paper I wanted to choose, I kind of randomly selected a bunch of paper from several manufacturers. The stripe is from the Mr. Robot collection from My Mind's Eye. Then this navy stripe is from Echo Park, their Dots and Stripes collection. Even though they're both stripes, I really like how the Echo Park paper picks up that navy from the stripe paper. Then, of course, the outer space paper is from the Rocket Age collection from October Afternoon. And it has a subtle stripe in the background of it as well. But it doesn't really compete. It's very tone on tone, and I don't feel like it competes with the other stripes. I think they all work nicely together. Then I picked this gray polka dot tone on tone paper, the really light one from KI Memories from their Rainbow collection. And then the gray stripe here and the yellow paper. Both of these are from the Generation Z tablet from Little Yellow Bicycle. And this is not a new product at all. This is something that I've had for a few months now, and I haven't really used it. I think I kind of just forgot about it. And I was looking through my paper, and it has some really great more boyish themed papers, I would say, but really a lot of these could work for anything. And of course I picked a couple of the more subtle patterns because that's usually what I'm drawn to. But look at that great grunge paper on the back of the gray stripe. So some really fun papers. And then the yellow paper has like a little grungy light blue polka dot in it. It's really subtle. And then the other side has a navy stripe that is just like the gray and white stripe paper. So here's kind of how I had laid them out, and I just thought that they were nice boyish themed papers, or nice colors for a boy themed page, I guess I should say. I was thinking I might use this red scallop die cut border from this My Mind's Eye collection. I was really wanting to add some red, and I even punched it out and kind of laid it out on my page. But it ended up not working for my design, so I'll use it for something else. Sometimes once you get your papers or all your elements laid out, certain things just don't work, and I just give myself permission to set that aside and use it for something else. And then the last thing I pulled before I started putting my layout together were stickers from that were boyish themed. These were both from the Bella Boulevard Mr. Boy collection, just some great label stickers and things like that. And then I also pulled out the labels and the word stickers from October Afternoon's Rocket Age collection. To assemble my page today, it's a really simple design and page because I'm using a lot of pre-made embellishments. It's great when you have the time to sit down and really make intricate, maybe paper piecings and titles and stamp a whole bunch of different things and use all kinds of different product and stuff like that. I love doing that, and I do that a lot. And I do that a lot for this series. But I wanted to show how I do a lot of simple pages as well that mean just as much to me maybe as those intricate pages that I do. And this one tells a specific story. I had all of these photos of my youngest son making all kinds of silly faces, and I really wanted to record that. These photos are all from different times and different months, and they didn't really go with anything else. But when I put them all together, they do tell a story. So what I'm doing here is I cut that gray paper for the top of my page and the October Afternoon, that's like kind of starry sky paper for the bottom. And I was messing around with that papers for the middle border. And I was going to cut them at a diagonal which I did do, and I'm still trying to mess with that red border that I ended up not using. But the diagonal wasn't working for this design, so I did go ahead and just kind of scrap that idea, and I cut just a basic straight piece of paper. And I'm just messing with different strips of paper here. It didn't really take that long. I just kind of fiddled with it until I got a design that I liked. Back to the photos, I collaged some of the photos down at the bottom, and then my favorite one, I went ahead and printed it, or had it printed at 4x6. Then to add just a little bit of interest to all these strips of paper, one of my favorite things to do is to punch a border. And I'm just using the Fiskars postage edge border punch and punching out from that yellow paper. Just that little pop of yellow really adds to the page. It brings out the yellow in the I've Got Personality sticker from Bella Boulevard. Where there's a lot of blues on this page and grays, I really feel like the pop of yellow makes for a more interesting page, as does that little strip of multicolored stripes there from the My Mind's Eye. I'm going to cut even a thinner little strip there to add at the top of my page. And I haven't adhered anything yet. I'm still laying things out and seeing what I like. Then I went ahead and adhered all of those things. I did cut a border sticker or a circle sticker from October Afternoon in half and added it to the border in the middle of the page. That's one of my favorite things to do. I think it just kind of finishes off a border very easily. I'm adding lots of stickers and some brads. All the brads are from my collection. Most of them are old, a lot of Making Memories brads, and some Stampin' Up! As well. Another tip, when you're working with pre-made embellishments like stickers, I like to adhere some of them or all of them with foam adhesive. Pops them up a little bit and gives a little bit more interest. For more information on this layout, plus a list of supplies used to create it, please visit twopeasinabucket.com on July 27th, 2011. Thanks for watching.